Now let's move to our next topic, which is static methods and instance methods. The question is, what is method? Methods are not only used to perform some certain functionalities, but methods are also used to make changes in properties. Okay, now methods are two types, static methods and instance methods. What is the difference between both of them? Static methods are used to make changes in static properties at class level, and instance methods are used to make changes in instance properties inside the objects. So, this is the main difference between both of them. Let's try to better understand this by implementations. You will find static methods and instance methods implementations inside this oops 3 folder. Let's see the static methods implementations first. Now let's see this implementation. Here I have employee class which is having one static properties company name and instance properties employee name and employee salary, and there is a static method change company name. How it is going to work, we will see it. So we are having here main method, and inside here I am accessing company name and assigning HCL to it. Before assigning HCL, because it's a string type of variable, it was containing null value there. Then I am printing the company name here by using class name reference. Now, as you guys already know that static data members or static variables can be accessed either by using class name or object reference. That's one thing which we already have learned. Now, the new thing is static properties or static data members can also directly access inside the static methods. So because it's a static property and this method is also static change company name, I can directly access it here. Similarly, main is also static. That means if I'll try to access static property here, company name directly, that is also possible. Let's try to run this program. I'm making rest of the code as comment as of now, and let me run this. You can see I'm accessing company name here directly as well. Okay. Now I want to change the company name. I want to switch it from HCL to TCS, for example, and because it's a static method, change C name I'm going to call. Static methods or static properties either can be called by using class name or object reference, both. So if I'll say here employee.change company name, and here I'll pass TCS, then what is going to be happen here? When I'll call change company name and I'll pass TCS, this is a value. This is known as actual argument. This actual argument and this is formal argument must be of same type. This is very basic of methods, right? Both formal argument and actual argument must have equal relationship between them. So this TCS is going to assign to this CN, and from here it is assigning to company name here. You can see I'm not taking the same name of variable. Why I am doing this, I'll explain you in data shadowing, so don't worry about it. As of now, don't take the class level data member and this variable formal argument with the same name. Okay, now this TCS is going to assign by this change company name, and then now company name become from HCL to TCS. If I want to again print the company name, let me print that company name after change once again. And if I run this, you can see now the company name became TCS. And that's what I was saying to you, that static methods are not only used to perform some functionality, but are also used to make changes in class level variable in static variables. So it is making changes in static variable. Before method calling, the value static property was HCL, and then after calling it became TCS. So this is about static methods. And as I told you, static methods can also be accessed by using object reference. Let's try to access it by using object reference. This time, what I am doing, I am not calling this by using class name, and I am making changes. I am accessing it by using object reference. I have created employee object here and I'm making changes there, and then I am printing company name for and even I am accessing static data member company name by using object reference. It can be accessed obviously. So you can see the employee one company name became TCS. And because company name is static property and it is common for all the objects of the class, that means if I create another object also, and for that object even I am not making changes, but because the changes are placed at common place, the changes will be reflect for both of the objects. So if I'll now print company name for first object and second object, for both of them I'll get TCS here, because ultimately changes made by first object are at common place, and because those are changes at common place, second object is also accessing the same changes. So this is how static methods is using, and you should know rules related to static methods. Again, I am repeating, static methods are the methods which are used to make changes at class level static data members. Static methods can be accessed by using class name or by using object reference. Static method can directly access static data members, but static method cannot access instance data members directly. Now let's talk about instance methods. Instance methods are used to make changes in instance properties. Let's better understand this with an example. Here I'm using another example for instance method. You will find it in oops for folder. I have this class which is again containing company name, employee name and salary. The example is same, and I had earlier also change company name. The same I'm having this time as well, and additionally I have one more method which is change, which is going to take two parameters, en and salary, and these two data members are going to change by the instance method. And that's what I was saying, static methods are used to make changes in static properties and instance methods are used to make changes in instance properties. But interestingly, static methods because make changes in static properties, and in static properties are common for all the objects. That means the changes made by static methods will be common for across the class. That means even you are calling static method by one object, the changes will be common for all the class. But in case of instance method, the rule is completely different. When you call instance method for certain object, the changes will be reflect for that object only, because instance method make changes for instance data members, and instance data members are object specific. So for whatever the object you are going to call the instance method, the changes will be reflect for that object only. Now you can see here again I have the same scenario. I am saying employee one company name, I'm printing that, and then I'm creating two objects, employee one and employee two. For employee one I am passing employee name and employee salary Tim and 50,000, and for second object again I am passing employee name Jimmy and salary 90,000. And then I am printing the detail for both of the object, first employee name and salary, and then second employee name and salary. So here actually, yeah, let me run this. I have company name HCL, employee one detail, name is team and salary, and then name and salary. So you can see instance methods are directly accessing instance properties and used to make changes there. If you see, I am manually printing the data. Company name I am printing. Again, I am using further two times println statement for printing employee details. So I don't want to do it manually. Instead of that, I want to create a method. Now the question is, I need a method which will print static property and instance properties. But as you guys know, static properties can access directly inside static methods, and instance property can access directly inside instance methods. So, so whether we should create two methods or there is some other solution for this, whether we need to create every time static methods separately for static properties and instance methods separately for instance properties, in case if there will be a requirement where I want to access both of the properties all together in one method, then is there any solution for this? Yes, there is a solution. We can do this using instance methods. Inside instance methods, we can access static properties as well as instance properties directly. Or else you can say like this, that static properties not only access in static methods directly, but static properties can also access directly inside instance methods. Let's see this with this example. I have this example for this. I'm using this here. You can see here I have added one more method which is display results. I'm accessing company name here directly, and then I'm printing employee name and employee salary also here. And then I'm making changes as company name, EPAM systems, and then I am uh, creating two objects, assigning some value there, and then I'm printing the data there by calling display results for first object and for second object. So you can see for first object I am getting company name and employee details, and for second object also I'm doing the same. So this display result is accessing both of the properties, not even static properties, but also instance properties directly inside the method. So if you have that type of requirement, you will always opt instance method to access static properties as well as instance properties. There is one more concept left, that is memory allocation of static method and instance methods. Guys, doesn't matter whether it is static or instance method, all the methods will take place inside a memory container called method area. Method area is a subsection of class area. So what will be the correct order or correct sequence of memory allocations for different members of class? When you run your class, class loader will start executing and it will allocate static data members inside the class area, and just after them all the methods will take place inside method area, and then after main method will start executing, and inside the main object creation statement will execute, which will create the object inside heap memory, and for each object instance data members will take place inside heap inside the object separately. This is a correct order of memory allocations for different class members. Now I'm summarizing everything once again. What is static methods? Static methods are the methods which are common for all the class, which is used to perform common tasks, which are used to make changes in static data members at class level. Static methods will take place inside the memory in method area just after class loading. Static methods can only access static data members directly, and static methods can access by using class name as well as object reference. What is instance method? Instance methods are also take place inside method area. Instance methods can access static data members as well as instance data members, and instance methods can only access by using object reference.